Neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity. The ability of neural networks in the brain to change through growth and reorganization. It is when the brain is rewired to function in some way that differs from how it previously functioned. They also include circuit and network changes that result from learning a new ability, information acquisition, environmental influences, practice, and psychological stress. These changes range from individual neuron pathways making new connections to systematic adjustments like cortical remapping or neural oscillation. Many aspects of the brain can be altered, or are plastic, not only during childhood but also through adulthood. However, the developing brain of the child exhibits a higher degree of plasticity than the adult brain. For example, in the phenomenon of phantom limb sensation, an amputee commonly continues to feel pain or sensation within a part of the amputated body. The cortical maps of the removed limbs are believed to have become engaged with the area around them in the postcentral gyrus, resulting in activity within the surrounding area of the cortex being misinterpreted by the area of the cortex formerly responsible for the amputated limb. Types: structural neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change its neuronal connections. Based on this, new neurons are constantly produced and integrated into the central nervous system throughout the lifespan. Functional neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to alter and adapt the functional properties of neurons. Forms of functional neuroplasticity: homologous area adaptation, the assumption of a particular cognitive process by a homologous region in the opposite hemisphere. Cross-modal reassignment occurs when structures previously devoted to processing a particular kind of sensory input now accept input from a new sensory modality. Map expansion, the enlargement of a functional brain region on the basis of performance. Compensatory masquerade, a novel allocation of a particular cognitive process to perform a task. Examples of forms of structural and functional neuroplasticity: activity-dependent plasticity arises from intrinsic or endogenous activity. It arises from the use of cognitive functions and personal experience. It can have significant implications for healthy development, learning, formation of new memories, and recovery from brain damage. Drug-induced neuroplasticity arise from extrinsic or exogenous factors. It leads to more habitual and invulnerable people more compulsive drug use, where people ignore the negative consequences. Thus, it can lead to maladaptive patterns of drug use, recurrent and significant negative consequences related to the repeated use of substances.